Welcome to Take It from the Iron Woman. My name is Susanne Müller, your host and the Iron Woman. This podcast is about empowering yourself and others to make real changes in the world. You will hear from everyday, smart, sophisticated, hip people like you and me. Not everybody has to be an Iron Woman to impress the world. Together, we will learn from the sports and business leaders how you can become a more successful person as an entrepreneur or a leader. It's one step at a time, one day at a time. Take your steps now. Take your big steps now. Join me on this journey to success. Take it from the Iron Woman. After more than 260 episodes, we still find very special guests. And today we go to Cynthia's home and we will hear from her. So welcome, Cynthia. I'm very happy to have you and listen to your life story. Please introduce yourself. Who's Cynthia? Who's going to join us today?
I'm so happy to be with you, Suzanne. I'm Cynthia Shelton. I live on a little island north of Seattle. It's called Whidbey Island, and it is beautiful here. Cold today because we got some snow, but it's really beautiful up here. And we take a ferry to get to our home. It's only a 15-minute ferry, but I met you, Suzanne, through a wonderful circle of women, through another woman in Switzerland. To me, to be able to connect by internet and then by Zoom with people from all over the world is such a blessing, just a real blessing.
Tell us about your background. I mean, we met through that wonderful circle. There were 6, 7, 8 women and everybody brought something different into the room.
Yes,
Every time was very uplifting and we need to connect more. I think that's what I took out of that circle for sure. What have you been doing that is so inspiring to many of us?
Okay. And why we got connected, why we had a spark with each other. We really had a spark with each other. We both admired each other. I have had a great career. I have always been in education, and I've loved helping teachers and kids do more of the integration of curriculum so that all kids are learning to apply what they're learning, and all kids need to learn to communicate well and speak well and read and write. So you take academics and you help kids use it, see the purpose for education. And I've led that in several school districts, loving my work. And then when I retired, I had actually been commuting for about an hour and a half, twice a day. And when I retired about 12 years ago, I just felt frumpy and lumpy. I wasn't exercising. I was just driving to work and then working. And I knew I needed to, that was retirement. What was it going to be like? I didn't feel good about it. That wasn't the woman I wanted to be. So I was looking for energy and just feeling better about who I am and actually finding some purpose for my next chapter. I was at the athletic club doing floor mat exercises and groaning, and a friend reached out to me and shared with me a health and wellness company. I have relied on them for about 10 years of really feeling a zest for my life, getting back that girl that I was, being able to get down on the ground and play with my grandkids and exercise, just live a more full life. I began to find purpose again. What I found was by just sharing health and wellness with other women, men too, but other women particularly, we all are, I came up with the motto, live long, live well. Who wants to live long if you're not living well? I wanted to help people age gracefully. I don't know if you've heard the term network marketing. I was leery of it. I didn't know what it meant. Sharing, you share movies that you go to, you share restaurants, share books. Warren Buffett and Robert Kiyosaki both dubbed the network marketing profession as the best business model out there. And then my colleagues have come up with a term that really resonated for me, and that's called ripples of love. When you share and they share, you're continuing to help more people. And I really resonated with that. I liked it a lot. I began just doing that, sharing it casually. Then I learned that I could help more people if I stood up and said, I wouldn't mind having another income, a second stream of income. but I didn't really need more retirement income. Then I got really intrigued with the no restriction life. And up to that point, I was retired and living fine. But my husband would say, oh, you shouldn't give so much to that charity that you love. And I'd say, why not? I love them. And he'd say, well, we got to be careful now. And I really didn't like being told we have a restricted retirement life. You got what I'm saying?
No.
I didn't like that. I decided, okay, since this has been touted as the best business model, I am going to embrace it. And what's happened is that my life is just blossomed. I believe in a balanced life. I have a more balance than I've ever had. I have friendships. I have grandchildren. I can read. I have exercise. I meditate. I can give to all my charities. And that I'm getting chills just telling you, because how many people still say, I'm retired and I don't know what to. No, we can't give up. I love your face. We can't give up. So when I started to refine my purpose, and I just thought about it. And I decided that if I can empower women to live a financially secure life and also create vitality and zest and real vibrancy. So vibrant, more than just security, but security. Because I'm hearing way too many people say, I can't do this, or I don't have any insurance, or I don't have any retirement, or I have to ask my husband. And I just go, come on, let's get off our bandwagon and start getting strong as women. That's where I am today, Susanna.
We want to hear what is the success. More women should hear about that. I always feel like how can I say that? I was groomed to be an independent woman. I want to keep this way. I want to stay this way. I'm a solo entrepreneur. It's not always easy, but I enjoy it and I want to keep it this way. And I also think I'm proud of being a solo entrepreneur. When I look back at my life, I started out as a paper girl. And I know I told you the story. Warren Buffett also was a paper delivery boy. So I think I'm in good company. And it's teaching you from a young age. It's about customer service. It's about being nice to people, greet, hello, thank you, all the good stuff that you then bring into your professional life. You commuted for a long time, you worked, and then all of a sudden, poof, nothing. I'm wondering, how can we ease into a good retirement? Everybody says if everybody will be 100 years old, then we have another 40 years, 35, 40 years ahead of us. That's a long time to be miserable.
Have you heard the word rewired? It just loves it.
I love it. Yeah.
No retirement, rewire yourself. Yeah. I do think I'll go to 100. I don't see any reason why not. Yeah. I just don't want to go with lots of aches and pains and not feeling well or without the money. I don't want to live out not having enough money to give. And I don't think many people think about their retirement. What are they also calling that? My plan B? What if we retire sooner than we want to? Like we're turned away from our job or told we don't have your position anymore. That plan B, how many people are ready to take care of their grandkids, to travel more, to give to their charities?
Starts with yourself. You need to be happy with what you have. And what you have doesn't really mean like possessions. So you don't need to have, I don't know, it's nice to have a nice bank account. You're not fear what's happening tomorrow. But I think whoever has a roof over their heads, that's already, you have food and a roof over your head.
I think people want more, though. I don't want just to exist. And I don't think it's bad to say, I want a richer life. Don't mean wealth. I don't want to drive convertibles. That's not what I'm talking about. I want an enriched, more full life. And I think more people are feeling brave about saying that today.
Yeah, nothing wrong with this. I like to have a nice, rich life, but I don't need to be a billionaire to have that. That's what I mean. You need to be happy with what you have, but you can also, I'm a mentor for a few organizations, and I think giving back and what you also said, informing women, how can you have a richer life? As you said, live long, live well. How can we do that? And how can we be happy with that?
Isn't it a wonderful question to ask? And ask 40 and 50-year-olds before they're at the 60 mark or the 70 mark. Let's help women be aware that there is a way to live an enriched life after their career. I know too many people right now still struggling. I know a 72-year-old friend who says, I have no retirement. I want to help her. I want her to know she can do it.
How can we help her to lift up her spirits?
Exactly. Well, that whole plan B, having a second gig, a second income, something lighter, not too time consuming, something that can be done from your home, but while you're still going into an office or working, whatever you're doing. And I think more and more people are aware of that. They can do that. They can create that side income that could explode later on.
COVID situation is not a good situation. Obviously, we all know that, but it has taught us that we can work from home and we can be creative working from home. So I think maybe that can help us. I have been working from home for the past 15 years, so I know how it is. We need to be disciplined. We can't just watch TV the whole day. We don't go to the refrigerator all the time. So you need to have that discipline. But I think if you want to do something, you can do something. There's tons of opportunities.
What was the book you said to me that you're currently reading?
Why should anyone be led by you? What it takes to be an authentic leader. And they meant that you want to be authentic. You want to give something that you have. As an example is that they said, you don't need to be like Jack Welch. There's only one Jack Welch or only one Bill Gates, or there is only one of that person. We can look up to them. They also said that we should play to our strengths. If Richard Branson is like this scruffy man with the long hair, that's his kind of like his gig. What is our gig? How do we want to show up? But we want to be authentic in our way. And it's also okay to say we don't have all the answers.
We don't. But I love the going into your own heart and knowing. And it takes time. You can't just come up with, oh, well, I think I'll do this. No, really spend time being quiet and listening, really listening. And I also think more women coming together in circles, rewirement circles. What if we had the ability for women 10 at a time to encourage each other? Don't give up. Stand on the stage and be 85 and say, you can keep going, and giving belief to the younger woman that she doesn't need to stop.
Life doesn't stop when you retire. It's finding, and you mentioned the word purpose. What would you like to do? Or I have so many things in my head that I still want to do that I need to maybe make a list and not do everything at once.
It is easy. Have you ever heard the phrase, I want to drink from a fire hose? Because you want it all. And you have to learn to spread it out because you do want to drink from that fire hose. It's just getting up with purpose in the morning. Maybe not the fire hose, but just knowing that there's a reason to get up out of bed. There's a reason that the world needs, or my little community, my little island might just need me to be able to be kinder today than I could have been if I hadn't gotten up with some zest in my step, if I was in pain.
I like that. And I also think it's about positive thinking. If you get up, you're like, oh, everything hurts, and you complain.
Yeah.
We say that if you complain all the time, you get better at complaining. So if you change it, if you say, I'm happy today, I get up, I'm grateful, you get better at being more positive and optimistic.
Don't you love that? Oh, absolutely. You're not talking either about being a Pollyanna. That's not the point. We're not saying that. We're saying rephrase what you say so that it comes out, even you're kidding yourself, but you're saying it with as strong of positiveness as you can. And I have men say, you're not being realistic. And I go, I'm not realistic, but I am going to say it with strength and power and positivity and believe, which is key.
I think so. I think these are very wise words. We want to end on a very high note. Right. Live long, live well. I wish you all the best. Live well and live very long. We're here with you.
I love what you give to people, Suzanne. Thank you Thank you for offering interviews with interesting people.
Thank you so much. What a lovely conversation. Live long, live well. Don't we all want to do that? Live long, live well. Take it from the Iron Woman. We have episodes every Monday, every Wednesday. There's something for everybody, from teachers, from entrepreneurs, from authors, from runners, Iron Men, Iron Women, something for everybody. Support us, follow us on your preferred platform. Love to hear from you. If you have any questions, don't shy away.